Welcome back to Athens, guys. In this video we are going to be going through some of the most popular and a couple bad neighborhoods within Athens. So make sure you guys watch, check out the chapters if you want to see specific neighborhoods, and leave a comment, subscribe if you like the video.
Nice class.
We are in one of the most popular neighborhoods to stay in, as well as one of the most popular neighborhoods in Athens, known as Plaka, which I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced, but who knows, I get a lot of names wrong, so.
Hello, welcome.
Hello. Lots of tourist shops. Got your typical tourist shops. Then along with that, you have, years and years of history. This neighborhood is big on cobblestone grounds, which we'll show you once we get to them, as well as cafes, and overall just being a safe neighborhood in Athens, which is hit or miss here. So you want to stay somewhere really safe and be able to walk at night. This is the #1 neighborhood. Honestly, a lot of cities around the world have a lot of like really similar tourist items, typical magnets, keychains, all that kind of stuff. But you do get a little bit of personality with like the colors, and of course in Greece you get olive oil, olives. Here, look at the ground here is beautiful. These are all of the buildings. This neighborhood's also really famous for like the pastel color buildings and food. So I made another video on the flea market here, Athens flea market. It's in a different neighborhood. But even there, there's a lot of similar tourist items. I'm sure they're better quality here though. Some shops and cafes. It's lunchtime right now. It's funny because if someone ran your foot over, nobody would care. They'd tell you it's your fault here. Comparison to America though, you definitely get a lawsuit. You become it's instant middle class overnight. That's pretty. Alright, so that's basically the gist of this neighborhood. Moving on to the next neighborhood. Had to grab a snack. Got some granola bars and a nice slushie. Super hot today. Okay, now we're basically heading into the next neighborhood, which is, I think it's pronounced Monastiraki. It's pretty famous because basically everything has like a really nice view of the Acropolis, and then on top of that there's all sorts of shops and everything, just like every other neighborhood. There's also the flea market and some really cool graffiti around. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Fun. Okay, this isn't it yet. This is still Plaka. You guys are unfamiliar with kind of like Mediterranean culture, but a lot of the countries take like a break time and midday siesta time or nap time. And here it's from 2 to 5 p.m. So almost there. You can actually see when it turns into the next neighborhood, because it gets a little less nice, a little lower quality. Like the ground, for instance, pretty nice here. Right, here's the change. Plaka. And then walking downhill over to Monastiraki. The flags. Honestly, the area is still really nice. A lot of same type of stores. See, the biggest difference is probably the price. There's some cooler areas though, like in this neighborhood as well. It's down a little bit further. It's pretty cool because you get to see like Hadrian's library and a couple other like ancient areas are in this neighborhood. That's why a lot of people like it as well. Safety wise, it's fairly safe besides once you get into the square, because there's a lot of like scammers and street performers, pickpocketers, beggars, gypsies. And it's quiet right now because it's lunchtime. So everyone's eating, even the tourists. So you're just randomly in the neighborhood. The square here is pretty nice. It's actually really nice. It's very aesthetically pleasing, and right behind that is Hadrian's library, which we got a tour, which was also really cool. This neighborhood's also a lot bigger too. Like if you go down that way and down that way, it continues on, and then in front of that area, actually past that, is the square. So it's like flea market, markets, places to eat, Hadrian's library, square. That's kind of like a little map. Oh, we got a scammer across the street. He's gonna say he's playing tonight, and then he's gonna offer us a bracelet. I'm across the street after this motorcycle. Maybe this camera will come up to us, maybe not. I don't know. I got a camera full. There he is. Basically, they say they're performing tonight and then they offer you a gift to remember them, but really their whole thing is they want some money for the gift. The gift's usually like a bracelet. Scam. One of my pro tips for tourists would be to just don't respond in any language. When people try and come up to you and say something, kind of see what they're going after before you even say anything to them, because they'll try and like use your language or whatever interesting facts about you that you like let off in the first 5 seconds. Try and use it against you, usually to get like money out of you. So. The flea market. So we're gonna skip over that, but I did make a separate video on the flea market. So if you guys are interested in seeing like the different shops and everything that are in the flea market, it's huge. I mean, it goes all the way from like the neighborhood we just came from, which is like blocks that way, then it goes down through the square and then past the square. Got some more fun shops. Quick pita. First Starbucks I've seen in months. Right there. We did not see Starbucks in Croatia nor Montenegro while we were there. So when we got here, we saw Starbucks. It was weird. Definitely the best area to like shop in, like clothing wise. Clothing store if you want like more upscale clothing. At least it's the best we've seen so far. Then they have this like hipstery type area, which has like a bunch of more, I don't know, Instagrammable places. It's pretty cheap though, like a lot of the places are really cheap. We had 2 like rice bowls that they made at this like street walk is what it's called. Sorry, excuse me, I just sneezed. Anyway, so we had 2 rice bowls and 2 waters, and it was 13 euros, which is not bad. And you can get some more foods here as well. Burgers, wraps, sweets. This place is like a Greek sweets place. And then, yeah. This area is huge. We're not going to walk you through the whole thing, but yeah, it's pretty neat neighborhood. Okay, next is both of our favorite neighborhood. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We've been here for 2 weeks, and it is our favorite in like the central area. So everyone's different. You know, everyone likes different things. Some people like more upscale areas. Some people go for the food. Some people go for the vibe. For us, we went more for like what feels a little more local, a little less touristy, still cheap, and still feels pretty safe. So. Okay, so if you go straight down there, that's where the Monastiraki Square is. And then up is the Acropolis. I don't think you guys can see it, but it's right there. Chances are if you come to Athens, you're going to be staying in one of these neighborhoods. So directly down this street behind me that way is going to lead you to Omonia Square, Exarchia, and some of the more like really bad neighborhoods, which we're also going to show you in this video, so keep watching just to see more of like the negative side of Athens. But anyways, here's our favorite neighborhood. Also be careful if you guys are planning on staying in a hostel. We actually we're gonna stay in a hostel for a couple days here, but we went there and we looked at the bed because okay, we just had dinner and a few drinks, so now we're gonna go through our favorite neighborhood as promised, and that name is on the screen because I'm not even gonna try and pronounce this one. Cheers. We've actually never been to this side, but it's also nice. Haven't been down that way. Also looks pretty cool. The reason I like this area so much is food's still pretty cheap. There's a lot of graffiti everywhere. A lot of it's pretty artistic. Hopefully we can find some of that on this walk. There are interesting places like this here. Well, there's some graffiti up there. Like this elephant store. I've been to Camden Town. There's another one there. I don't know if they're even the same or what. Doggies. There's PJ over there. But as you can see, there's some graffiti. It's nice shops. Big bad dogs. Anyways, generally it's just a nice vibe. The people that are here are really nice. It's not super packed, which is also great just because Plaka and Monastiraki, it's very, very, very touristy. Here it's 50-50 in the summer at least. So you still have plenty of places to eat and enjoy. not sure if this is like considered Monastiraki or Psyri. I have no idea. Had a fabulous dessert here, because how could I not? What's back in there? Let's see. We'll go this way. It's like unexplored territory for me. Looks safe enough. Nothing down there. Got some more place over here. I'm assuming this is the area that I saw from like around the corner, but we're gonna find out. This area is just adorable.
Hello.
Hi. No, thank you. That was right. This is the area that I thought it was, which is amazing. Ooh, that gives Actually, it kind of reminds me of Jacksonville, Florida, which has like a bunch of themed restaurants. They really like put their effort into the different like styles and personalities, which of course I appreciate.
Hello.
Hi. That place, thumbs up. That place has really good euros. Only €3. Hi. No, thank you. I just ate. It's basically the end of the neighborhood, and then we're gonna go down one other way. Isn't it amazing? This is actually where we're staying. I think one of those is our room. We're staying at 14 Reasons Why, which has the high five brooch. Honestly, I'd say this area is probably like the best for young people, but that's just me. Favorite piece. That place right there, good salads and orange juice. Freshly squeezed orange juice and salads right there. So, I won't even cross the street, but across from me, right there, is Monastiraki Square, and then the flea market there, and there. The reason I'm not going to go over there is because there's a lot of thieves, and I don't like to watch my pockets or my camera, so, you know, I'm just going to avoid that. I'm going to go back into this, I guess, more decent neighborhood. Gotta be honest, I never thought Greece was gonna be like this, especially Athens. I don't know why, but I definitely fantasized it was going to be like more historical, like they would preserve the history better. But after doing some research, PJ and I found that they had a big crisis thanks to the United States housing crisis, as we all remember from 2008. And a lot of people are still suffering from that, unfortunately, which is actually the same for the United States, so feel that. Alright guys, so at this point we have showed you some good areas and some bad areas. Just some of the different neighborhoods in Athens and how different they are from place to place. You'd be surprised to know that they're all right next to each other, and it's easy to get lost between them, so just be careful if you come here and make sure you do some research before you do, because we ended up staying in pretty bad places because we didn't, so be careful and make sure you subscribe if you like the video. Cheers.